Alright, welcome back, my clever little monkeys. So let's play Zak McKracken of the Alien Mindbenders on the Mysterious JG. Um, as is so often the case, especially in my current circumstance where it's much easier to record than it is to upload. Um, any comments you made in the last video about what I should be doing next, I probably have not read at this point, because I'm recording them in the same session. I did play off-screen just for a few minutes, just wandering around back and forth, poking my nose at stuff, trying to figure out what to do. And I have figured out how to get into at least the very next room that's accessible. Figured out what to do. So let's go ahead and get on with just getting at least one room further along into our Martian adventure, and I'll find more stuff to interact with and get stuck again and then stop recording for a bit. Anyway, let's... Got some slowdown here, I think. Let's read the cash card. That's Melissa, so let's give Leslie's cash card to Leslie. And now the real problem we had, folks, is that we pulled the fuse out of our own vehicle, figuring, I remembered at least from before playing the game in the past, that you do in fact need to use the fuse in something. You need to replace a burnt out fuse before the Martian equipment will work. And my problem was that there's like a metal plate, and I was like, I can't open it. I need tools. If only Zak were here. Well, Zak's not here. The ladies are going to have to get along without Zak's tool for a while. Oh, before I forget, there was one cute little thing that I noticed while searching desperately for stuff to use for puzzle purposes. There's a bumper sticker on the space bug. We heart Matt and Ron. I don't know for a fact, but I'm assuming Matt and Ron are probably two of the programmers or writers, or that's probably some kind of inside joke thing. But yeah, here we go. I figured out what I need to do. I need to use the token. It's screwed in. Apparently she can use the token to unscrew it. The screws are apparently conveniently about the right size to be turned by a token. I've had recent experience moving out in an apartment where I could not get the cable disconnected from the wall because I didn't have, like, a frickin', I don't know what the hell I would have needed. They crazy job they did of sticking that thing in there. Sticking that coaxial cable into the connector and blah blah blah. But, yeah. What we've got here now is a fuse box. And you see, what is a burnt fuse? Let's pick it up. It crumbled to dust in my hands. Don't worry, folks. We don't need the burnt out fuse. It was not going to be useful. I'm pretty sure it's not useful because you need to replace it with this fuse, and if you try to replace it with this fuse without removing the burnt fuse, it won't let you. That ought to fix it. That ought to show them. Now let's get Leslie in here too, just in case there's any puzzles that... It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby, to make it go true. I believe the only thing they can spend money on up here is tokens. So there's... Even though she has only got like $300 to her name, we don't have to be super stingy with them. The cash cards. That could make a difference, though. Leslie is only going to be able to make a certain, very limited number of trips. Probably want to stick with using Melissa for everything important. But I want to get them someplace other than sitting in their own Winnebago, where they will be safe to remove the helmet, so I don't have this constant fear that I'm running through their oxygen. The green and red lights will eventually, you will note what they mean. This cabin is pressurizing, and that's basically what these things are about. If you try to take off the helmet before that happens, it won't let you. Or they will tell you, there's no air in here. They're smart enough to actually not let you kill them. So yay, she's got pink hair. What the fuck? This Militia China, I think she's supposed to be Asian. She has black hair that will pretty much cement it for me. No, she's got brown hair. Asian people can have brownish hair, I suppose. Appears to have be framed with blonde, though. But yeah, I do not remember the girls looking like this when I played the game as a kid. I don't remember distinctly what they look like, but somehow this does not seem familiar. So I think this is a difference between VGA and SVGA again. Now, hopefully this means that their oxygen supply will not be running down. 53 minutes of oxygen left. 53 minutes of oxygen left. 53 minutes to save the world. And now we're in a new room with new and exciting things to look at. There's a bunk, there's a locker, anything on the... there's some vinyl tape. Is that supposed to mean something when you put tape on a locker like that? No? Somebody who knows more about hostel life than I do can tell me. Okay, step aside. We've got not a whole lot going. Oh, this is the read function, no wonder. There's a flashlight, those are always good. Don't know whether this has limited battery life or not. No, not give, get. Pick up flashlight. And now read can of gas. Use for chainsaws only. I think I already mentioned that in Maniac Mansion. But yeah, the chainsaw gas, I don't need it. Useless. It's for a different game. See, she does not let you miss the joke. And she even... oh, there's even a showy smile. I don't remember that. Yeah, but that's the joke. It's Maniac Mansion, you have a chainsaw with no gas. This game, you have chainsaw gas, but no chainsaw. This game really was trying to be a follow-up to Maniac Mansion. I'm not sure why it didn't do well. Seems a shame. There's a bunk. Let's pull the covers. I don't know what's under the covers, comma, and I'd really rather not find out. I guess it won't hurt to look. Oh, it's just a broom. No, wait! It has eyes! It's a dead alien! She's running around panicking because she's a girl, you see. Girls, they panic when they see dead aliens. Pick up the broom alien. I think this is something only Zak is able to do. No way am I going to pick up a dead alien. Unless it turns out one of the personality differences between Melissa and Leslie is that Leslie's less squeamish. If she says the same thing and refuses to pick it up, I will not care, but... well, I'll just pretend it's a broom. Yep, okay, so there is a difference. Now I'm vaguely curious as to what would happen if she had discovered it instead of Melissa. Can you give the broom alien to Melissa? I'm not touching a dead alien! Okay, so apparently that's not going to happen. There's a ladder. The ladder will be useful in the thing where we've got those different buttons, because as we've already seen with the buttons, one of them was too tall for them to get to. It looks like this is it for the hostel. Dead broom alien. If I get stuck again, which I will, I'm sure eventually, I will have to off-screen I'll have to come back to this room off-screen to see if I missed anything. But yeah, I'm thinking that's it. I'm just a little bit curious as to what happens, and I might off-screen find out if we switch which girl finds the broom alien. If Leslie will panic the way Melissa did. But I'm kind of thinking that she would, even though she's gutsy enough to actually pick it up and pretend it's a broom. Once she's calm, I have a feeling that like your initial reaction will probably be panic, even if you are the super badass pink-haired girl and not the little wussy normal kind of haired girl. not depressurizing the whole outside. Oh no, I've depressurized the hostel! That's really loud. What the fuck? Okay, that was probably a bad thing. So let's make sure that we don't depressurize the hostel, just in case we want to come back in here and get air sometime. So the thing to do would be to close this door. Then take your proton pills and put your helmets on. Then open this door. Because what you're doing is depressurizing just this access room and not the entire hostel, which is probably what you want to do. There we go. Now I've got a broom alien. Can we use the broom alien on all the sand? After sweeping for some time. Wow. Ta-da! Gee, it looks like solar panels. Ah, there we go. I'm thinking the fuse box was not going to solve my problem with the not being able to get the trams to work. I think that was going to require that I clear the sand off, and the solar panels are probably powering the tram. That's what's going on. Okay. Alright, well, in that case, I want to top both girls' oxygen supply off before we go any further. And I definitely am going to want to save before they get on the tram, because it seems like you are going to be, rather we, you and I, together as a team, gentlemen, you are going to be under a time constraint here, with these two girls being able to run out of oxygen and die if we spend too much time fucking around and not solving the puzzles. So let's let them both top off. Yeah. Hideous sound effects, ahoy. Now my oxygen supply is full. Now my oxygen supply is full. I am a chartered accountant. I am a chartered accountant. I am a gorilla. And why not have 3 save games going? Let's waste tons of disk space on JG's computer. Alright, so the video's not quite over, so let's at least, we'll get a start. Damn, it's running slow. The cursor is moving super slow. The game itself is moving at a decent clip, but the cursor... That wasn't sand, it was a solar panel for a sex machine. Sorry, folks, that was retarded. So we're going to go to the face on Mars. Or no, the face on Mars is where we already were. I guess we're heading for the Martian pyramids. I don't know, we're heading from one place on Mars to another using the tram. That's what we need to know at this point. And we both have tokens. Okay, we need to get her on board before it's too late. I wonder if she'd gotten in if I could have saved the token. Do I feel like going back and finding out? Not really. Could be important though. Don't have a lot of money to spare. I could have walked that. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. am I going to get tokens to go back? 1 token each way, $100. Yeah, but there's no place for me to buy. Oh. I guess it is still working. Well, wait a minute. I can have the one who has money just buy all the tokens. The slot's been blown away. Shit. So how are they supposed to get back? Oi, panic. Panic. If I'd been planning ahead, of course, I would have bought enough tokens to deal with this. As it is, we're all doomed. And, why, you don't seem to be able to, well, what is pyramid? Walk to pyramid. Oh. Okay. Well, now we're at 15 minutes. I need to end the video, but I want to see if I can at least get the door open. I won't even save, though, because at this point I don't even know if I can get back. But it looks like she needs to use the broom alien on some more sand. That's what I'm thinking anyway. There's a big pile of sand here, yeah. Use sand pile with the broom alien. After sweeping for some time, using up all the oxygen and dying horribly. Achoo! Gesundheit! You're alive? Achoo! Yes. I tried to take a nice peaceful nap, and what happens? I can't believe you didn't wake up the first time around. An inconsiderate alien, an ugly one at that, sweeps up sand with my head. I'm sorry. The nerve of some beings. I'll go find another planet where I can get some rest. Ciao, baby. You'll be seeing me in the sequel, which won't happen. Well, what do you know? And there's a keyhole. We don't have a key. How are we supposed to get back without dying horribly? They don't seem to have a lot of choice in the matter. They gotta get back or they're gonna die. Maybe this is all that you can do at this point. Yep, I think I need to end the video. I think I need to assume for right now that we don't have the key. You let me know if you think that a digital audio tape or any of the other goofy stuff in our inventory will work. But I'm thinking it's probably time to switch back to Zak and Annie. We'll do that in the next video, unless somebody has a really good idea on what to do with Leslie and Melissa in the comments for this one. Either way, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.